Greetings, greetings. This is Vaygrim. I thought I would come to you with a little bit of an update. I actually have a new microphone that I have got. It's called the Neewer NW-1500. I will probably put a link in the description below for, yes, kitty cat. It's a green screen. Very fussy kitty tonight. Yes, it is the Neewer NW-1500. Very, very nice microphone. So far, I am impressed with it. Throughout the course of this, there's cat butt. Throughout the course of this, I'm going to be switching back and forth dynamically. I'll try to put a label at the bottom as to which microphone I am on at any given time. So you'll be able to hear side-by-side comparisons over between the Snowball that I went from and the Neewer NW-1500. Now, the only thing that I'm seeing as a downfall to this mic is that the pop filter is not actually very good at all. The mic itself is great. I'm really impressed with the design. I overall love it, but it's got this little kind of a screw-on shield thing. Let me see if I can pick this up without causing too much. See, like that? Good looking mic. I like it. But this thing right here is supposed to be a pop screen. Doesn't do that good of a job in the grand scheme of things. So they make a foam ball that goes over it, and I think I'm going to get one of those. I think that will do a better job of killing some of the pop on the microphone. But as long as I don't get too close to it, as long as I don't try to eat the microphone, it'll be fine. I do have a slightly adjustable volume. I can put a little bit more oomph in my voice right there. Let me think. I'm going to bump up the bass just a little bit to round it out because I have it plugged into a Behringer 302 USB mixer, a mini mixer. It's about that big. And it plugs into my computer via USB. I can plug XLR stuff into it and RCA jacks and headphone jacks and all sorts of great stuff. And I've got sliders and dials and yada, yada, yada. So I think it's going to be really good. Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, I think it's going to be a really good upgrade for me. It's got a better shock mount, so you shouldn't hear as much bobbling when I hit the desk accidentally. It's not a good test now because it's a stand on the desk, so you're going to hear practically everything. But once I get it swapped over to my mic arm that my Snowball is on, I think it'll be a lot better setup. And it's got that spider mount thing, I think is what it's called. I don't know. Anyway, they call it a suspension shock mount or something like that. Yeah. So just through the course of this, I'm going to swap back and forth. I've been going for about 3 minutes now. And I'll probably cut back and forth every few minutes so you can hear what's going on. So I'm just going to go on with the normal, ordinary vlog. Such a weird word. Vlog. Really weird word. Anyway, so it is Thursday night. It is actually, let me peek this up real quick. It's Thursday, January 7th. It's about 8 p.m. here. And I have been binge watching Stargate SG-1. No apologies. I love that show. Still, it's an amazing show. I really did like the writing on it. I thought Richard Dean Anderson was great. I was a little cautious when he left the show at the end of season 7, and they brought in Ben Browder in season 8. But overall, I think it ended up working. Claudia Black could have done without, to be brutally honest. Really could have done without, but whatever. Yeah, so I've been doing that. The wife and I are making plans for PAX South 2016. We are going to be going. We're going to have special shirts that we've ordered and special designs that we have actually got on order that are going to be, I'll put up some posts on the blog, on the blog on the website when I get some, so I can put up some pictures of what it's going to look like and what you can be on the lookout for. I'm going to have a Forgecraft shirt, and I'm going to have just my own kind of Vaygrim design shirt. It'll be nice and purple to match the avatar color. My shirt, the color of the shirt my Minecraft avatar wears. Yeah. So we got some special shirts. I'm getting a limited run of buttons with my logo on them printed out, and I'm going to be handing some of those out. I'm going to hand out, I think, probably one a day at PAX South. If you find me, I will be tweeting out at specific times. If you find me where I say I am on the convention floor and tweet out, and when I tweet it out, I'll do like a 30-minute window. If you find me in the next 30 minutes at this location at PAX South, I'll give you first person gets a free button. Just because I think it's fun. I think it could be cool. We're planning a lot of recording equipment to go with us. We're even going to take one of our little portable computers. It's like a legit computer. It's not a wimpy laptop or anything. It's a big touchscreen, 18-inch thing. It's not super portable, but it's going to work pretty good, I think. Yeah. But in the grand scheme of things, I think it's going to be very interesting. We're going to have audio equipment. We're going to have camera stuff. We're going to take an external hard drive with us so we can do some offloading in the evenings and do more footage every day. I might Periscope some. I'm not sure. Periscope.com. It's a Twitter add-on thing that lets you live video stream from your camera and interact with people that can ask you questions on chat and stuff like that on the interface. It's actually very cool. Periscope is pretty good turnaround, pretty good detail, but of course, if I can Periscope at all, it's going to be dependent upon what kind of bandwidth we have access to at the convention center, like how good the T-Mobile connection is or whatever carrier we end up defaulting to while we're over there. Or like if they have Wi-Fi, how crowded is the Wi-Fi? So we might not be able to do much live stuff. We might have to just take some pictures, tweet it out here and there, things like that. We'll see. But I do have some plans. So yeah, if you are going to PAX South 2016, please let me know on Twitter. Or, pipe up on the forums or something like that. I think it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. Fun on a bun. Yeah. Let me think what else has been going on. We got PAX South. Normally, okay, I lead this other life. I have a pen and paper role-playing game called Manapunk that I made a long time ago. Well, 5 or 6 years ago. And it has been kind of a small hobby side business thing for me for a while. When I got into YouTube, I kind of stopped writing for it for a while, specifically because I was transitioning and learning a lot of stuff about the YouTube business. I was just focusing wholeheartedly on the YouTube thing. Now I find myself wanting to get back into doing a little bit of writing for it on the side, developing maybe another adventure here or there. But normally we would be going to a convention in the beginning of February called OwlCon here in Houston. But what the wife and I realized earlier this afternoon, really, was that we never actually got noticed by email. They always send out, you're on a mailing list, and they always send out via email on the mailing list, hey, we're taking signups for registration for getting tables there, because we always get a vendor table there. And they never sent that out this year. So we completely missed registration. So we're not going to OwlCon this year, which is a little sad. I don't like that. It's funny. I need to actually talk to my brother, Patrick, about this. You all know him as Kernos. He has many names. You all know him as Kernos, Kernos. My oldest brother, Kernos. And he is one of our co-writers and kind of partners and things. He wrote one of our adventure modules and has been helping out at the conventions for several years and stuff like that. And I think he knew that this is not something you get into to get rich quick. You don't get into role-playing games, tabletop role-playing games to get rich quick. It's not a thing. It's just like YouTube. I have turned YouTube into a solid and more viable business quicker, but that's neither here nor there. On the big kind of grand scheme of things, I still adore and love Manapunk. I don't really have an optimum group of people to play it with locally. I've considered trying some online stuff. Maybe I could record parts of it. We could live stream it maybe or something like that. I think it would be interesting, but I'm not sure how that would work. I'm still figuring that one out. Yeah. So, I do think it's going to be kind of sad that we're not going to OwlCon this year. It's kind of a downer because we went 2 years in a row. This would be the third year, but for some reason we never got told that registration was happening. So we never signed up and paid per table. So we missed it. We could get a table and a waiting list. We could tell them, hey, put us on the waiting list, and we could just hang around the first day and see if anybody doesn't show. Usually at least one person says they buy a table and they say, yes, we will use this table, but then they don't show up on Friday and they forfeit it. So we could do that, but it's going to be like 2 weeks or 3 weeks after PAX South. I have so much other stuff going on. I don't think I'm going to do it. I think instead what we're going to do is get back into the habit of scheduling some demo games at some of the local gaming shops here in Houston. There was one called 8th Dimension Comics and Games. They were really good to us, but then they had to stop taking demo games because they were going through a remodel and expanding or moving into a new shop, basically, because they were running out of space. Well, they've moved into the new shop, the new space. They've got it totally, spiffed out and set up, and they are ready for business again. So we might actually be able to start doing some demos there again, or regular game there. It is a little out of our way, but don't know. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, my brother Kurnos might find out we're not going to Alcon here. He might see this before I actually get a chance to talk to him. Whoops. I'll send him an email though. Anyway, there's not much else going on. The biggest thing in my mind right now is Alcon and all that PAX South and all that entails. That is the biggest thing in my mind right now. I'm trying to think about, what vendors are going to be there. I'm going to start looking at what vendors are listed as having booths on the vendor floor and or on the convention floor, so I can start going and looking at things, taking shots of some stuff, interesting products. Yeah, we'll see. We're going to have some audio gear, some video gear. We're going to have a GoPro, a couple of good cameras. We'll see what it's like. But in the grand scheme of things, ooh, brownies. In the grand scheme of things, I think PAX South is going to be really good this year. This is going to be my first year going. It's only the second year that we've gone, but this is going to be the first year of me going to a big convention like this as a Forge Crafter. I'm going to be meeting up with some of the other Forge Crafters at the convention. There's going to be some of the FTB folks that I met last year. I'm going to be able to kind of hang out with them again this year. FTB Curse. And I'll also be hanging out with some of the Forgecraft crew as well. That's going to be really cool. Some people I get to meet in person for the first time, I think. Direwolf 20 is going to be there. That's going to be fun. Anyway, I'm going to wrap things up here. I'm hoping that you've gotten a good sample going back and forth between the audio. A good sample. I'd like to get some opinions on this video in the comments below. What do you think? Which one do you like better? Do you like the Neewer or do you like the Snowball? I want some opinion. Let me know. I'll talk to you folks later. Have a good evening. Bye.